back to the Groom Podcast. My name is Massimo and Stefano. We're here at the Franklin Theater in downtown Franklin, Tennessee. The historic Franklin Theater in downtown Franklin, Tennessee.
Yes, I'm.
Okay.
I don't know why I did that.
As I said, I'm Massimo and Stefano, one of your co-hosts. Today, to my right, who are you?
You almost skipped me again. I am Brendan.
I did not. I said to my right.
I am good. I am here. I am tired, but that's okay. Been working like a dog.
I haven't been. It's been
like
great.
a dog on a chain, like a dog.
Actually, I have been working, just not here.
Yeah. Well, we had Act 2, which is
was that this weekend?
Yeah. It's the local theater company. We do it here, and it's just 3 long days in a row.
It's long days.
Yeah, and the only thing I'm doing is telling people to stop film. Like, I'm not doing anything because we have a different engineer. So
don't tell them that, man.
Well, they know that. That's the only thing I'm doing on show days. I'm TD, but the only thing I'm really doing is that.
How often do you have to tell someone to not film?
Twice a show.
Really?
Yeah.
Aren't there signs up?
No, not inside. Well, I mean, yeah, there's like the normal ones in the hallway, and then there's like they announce it before each show. But
you went from no to not inside to yes in like 3 seconds.
Well, and here's the thing. To be honest with you, sometimes they put them up, sometimes they don't. So sometimes there's
then that's on them.
They
got to put.
I know,
signs
but
up,
still, they announce it beforehand, and they still do it. So what I did actually, if you go to the iPad at front of house, the background on the iPad is a thing that says no videography or photography, and I just flashed then the iPad.
You flash them
with the iPad.
Only the iPad?
Yeah. Yeah. No. Yes. I definitely don't. That's crazy. No, but it works because I'm not gonna in the middle of a show go halfway down the aisle and tell them to stop filming. No, I just go a couple aisles down where they're gonna see me and be like, "Hey."
Yeah.
Because it has the hand thing, so I just tap it. And
yep. That's actually smart.
Works great.
The hand, like the strap on the back.
Yeah.
All the cool audio guys have that strap on the back of the iPad. You know.
Yeah.
Stop! Don't. This man yelled into my ears.
Yeah, sorry.
3 seconds ago.
These mics, since we've had them this season, are really fun to just cup and make noises with because they're really like I'm not gonna do anything, but like it's just crazy how the different like where you put your hands affects it. All right, sorry.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, it sounds like a mouse.
Sound like Colin. We love you, Colin. He doesn't watch these.
Colin, if you still need a roommate, hit me up.
What? He doesn't want a roommate.
I don't know. I remember like a year ago we talked about it, so I just wasn't sure.
A year ago he did.
I just wasn't sure.
And then I brought it up, and then he didn't want to.
Well, he just doesn't want to live with you, I think. Is what
No. Like when I was looking at that house back in December, I was like, "Hey, are you like legit about this? Because then I'll keep going."
Yeah.
And then he didn't even get back to me.
We'll see. I'm trying to figure out my current living situation, but after this, but it's all right. Anyway,
living in Nashville is wild, guys. If you don't live here, it's kind of
expensive.
We're in Franklin, and it's worse. Can I say? I think it's worse here.
It's worse, if not the same, as Nashville.
Yeah,
in certain areas,
like there's worse. Like Belle Meade's not great. Brentwood's not great.
In price, you mean?
Yeah. No, very nice areas. Terrible if you're a 20-something trying to buy their first house.
Yeah.
Or I guess get a nice renting place. You know.
Yeah, I'm looking at either staying where I'm at or getting a townhouse in Bellevue.
You're gonna get a townhouse
in Bellevue.
Bellevue? You're so far from me. You can't move to Bellevue.
It's okay. I'll be close to Maddie.
Maybe close to Maddie. Who matters more? Huh?
Maddie. No offense.
Well, this is the end of the
Maddie.
Green Room Podcast. I've been destroyed. Okay, we got to get to it. All right, today on the Green Room Podcast, we will be... I looked at Brendan, I was like... Because we had an idea to... Well, I had an idea of what to talk about today. And then we didn't plan it.
Don't twist
I'm
this.
saying we did not plan for that today.
Yes.
So we're going to do that another day. I'm not even going to tell you what it is.
Okay, yeah.
And then he was like, let me just look up on ChatGPT what...
I'd actually done it this morning. I did it this morning.
And this is what... And then
I just presented to you now.
And he's like, okay, let's just see what they say we should do. And then he listed off like 5 different prompts. And I was like, let's just like do all of them, but and don't linger too long.
And,
so that's what we're doing.
I think we'll just talk all things AI in this podcast.
Yes.
Too.
Yeah. As we're doing
it, yes.
This. So, our first prompt of the day.
We don't have to necessarily go in order, too. We could... So the first, we have 3 that are like light and fun topics, and 3 that are not necessarily light and fun. They're maybe more deep and interesting.
Okay, this might be an easy one to start with.
Yeah.
The first one. Here's the prompt. The myth of the overnight success. Deconstruct how long it really takes to make it with real stories from guests or your own experiences. Well, we haven't made it, and we don't have a guest today, so we're in the thick of it. Ourselves.
I'm not gonna lie. With that one, I didn't read the bottom part. I just read the
it's okay. We can. We know. Success. Well, we know.
Yeah, because
you know that other podcast, the 10-Year Town thing. So I want to start like copy them for just a second. I forget the guy's name, but I like his podcast.
I don't know.
So he always asks his guest, "How long have you been in town?" So how long have you been in town?
Me?
Yeah,
5 years.
No, 5 years.
I moved here in 2020. It's 2025. This August will be 5 years.
Okay. Wait a minute. Are you doing the calendar thing like we did before?
No, I'm not. I promise I'm
Dear
not.
Dear God.
It'll be 5 years.
Calendar year. Yes.
I moved here August of 2020. This August 2025 will be 5 years.
Okay. So 4 and change, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. I technically have been here since I was for 20 years.
Yeah, but you've been here professionally around the same time as me, like 5 years.
No, I'd say I really started like in high school. So I was 18. So if I consider when I was 18, I've got
8 years ago.
Is that 8 years? No.
Senior year, we were 18,
that's
8 years
seven.
ago.
7.
Okay, yeah, so yeah.
Yeah, because I was adamantly 18.
Yeah.
Before I really got into networking and stuff. So I'm 7 years in, he's 5 years in, and just in Nashville. And overnight success, that's some...
That's definitely not a thing.
That ain't it.
Well, and the best and most recent example is, even if you don't necessarily love her music or the way
I know
she
you're going to
is,
say.
Chapel Roan.
I knew you were going to say her.
I mean, she's massive now, but like Maddie, my girlfriend, she saw her 2 years ago at Brooklyn Bowl.
Yeah.
And it was sold out. But then like before that, she was playing in Centennial Park just like to nobody.
Yeah,
There's that video of her playing like
just a piano.
She like, even though like to the world she was overnight, for years she'd been like grinding. You know what I mean?
I think she
all
hit
those
10
bands,
years.
like even like that girl Tate McRae that's popular, like she like blew up out of nowhere, but like she was a child like actor, like her whole life she was trying to like get it.
Same with Sabrina Carpenter. She was on Disney.
Yeah, but Sabrina kind of like blew up like slower because she had like a fan base out of Disney when she did music, and then her record just kind of turned into
the record before like Espresso and all that.
Yeah,
that was I heard of that
one was
record.
Pretty popular too.
I heard of that record before, but now she wasn't like doing arenas. I don't think. I don't think she's doing arenas on that record.
Well, and it's also interesting. Like it's not necessarily an overnight success, but like Hozier popped like 15 years ago with Take Me to Church, and then kind of fell off the face of the earth for a little while, and then is now back bigger than he was originally.
Yeah,
like he like, you know what I mean? Like he had a little peak, and then he came down, and he went right.
Do you want to do the Hozier yell?
No,
you can really do
quick.
It. No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it without you. We gotta do it together.
No, I'm not doing it.
You know that clip from the
I know the clip.
The basement yard, and he's like, Frank, just yell.
Yeah. Basement Yard's best.
I keep seeing on the Basement Yard.
That's another one.
On what? A same thing?
Well, because like all of a sudden TikTok, they blew up. They went from nowhere to the most popular podcast on iTunes and stuff. But like I personally, I'm not one of those guys that like claims a lot of people have I listened to them before they were famous. Yeah. I listened to the Basement Yard in like 2017 when he was doing it in his literal basement. Like I've been listening to that for years.
Yeah.
And so like all of a sudden 2020 TikTok happens.
Yeah.
And they blow up on it, which obviously I'm happy for. It's awesome. But like they aren't like a overnight podcast that all of a sudden were huge. He was doing it for years in his mom's basement.
I don't think we can talk about the myth of the overnight success without talking about social media as well. Because it's more likely, I think that term didn't really happen until didn't happen until social media, specifically Instagram and very specifically TikTok.
Yeah.
I think back in the day, if we're talking 70s and 80s and 90s, it could, but you'd have to know someone or a girl like your father was someone in the industry or whatever popular industry, and they would hook you up, and that would be the way to get to like quote unquote overnight success. Now you post a video, wake up the next day with 20 million views, and it's like, oh, that actually
and now all of a sudden
it's
like, you're up, kid. What are you gonna do with it?
I showed my mom the other day and my dad the Mason Ramsey video from him in the Walmart, and they were like, okay. in the clip I showed them, it's wild. It wasn't even his, like the original clip. The title of the channel was like Yodeling Walmart Kid. Like it was like a spinoff. Still had 9 million views. From what? That was like what, 7 years ago?
More than that.
7 or 9. I think either the video was either 9 or 7 years ago.
I was a junior or a sophomore or junior in high school. We were
so yeah, 9 about almost 10 years ago, like 8 or 9 years ago. That's how long ago that was. And now he's got his band. He's actually Henry Cruz, who we just had on the podcast last episode. His drummer plays for him.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I think I knew that, but yeah.
I might have told you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I don't think overnight success exists.
Deconstruct how long it really takes. So yeah, about 10 years. 10 years to see.
Yeah, but even still, like it could be more than that. Like
or less. I mean,
dude, you don't know about them. There's this band Pentagram. They're a metal band, and they started in like the 70s, and now they're popping. They're old, like they're old guys. Yeah,
that's cool.
Because they went viral on TikTok because the singer does crazy stuff on stage, and it went viral.
Like David Lee Roth, kind of.
No, like it's like I can't say it on the podcast, but like it went viral.
Ozzy
on
Osbourne, kind of.
Not.
He bit the heads off of some bats or something.
I'll show you in the break.
Do I want to know?
I need to show you. It's not that bad. It's not really that bad. I just need to show you. You'll think it's funny.
Okay.
But like he's like an old guy, like white hair, like old man, and they're most poppin' they've ever been, and I think it's cool. So, all right, next one.
I want to do this one because it might be a little bit quicker. Is that a cough?
No, I was clearing my.
Oh, sorry. Excuse you.
I was just clearing my voice. I feel I just ate, so I feel like my throat is all like clogged up. You know what I mean?
This one, number 5, soundcheck superstitions. Talk about weird pre-show rituals, soundcheck routines, or habits musicians and crews swear by. The first thing I want to bring up is not all the time. I thought I'd see it more, but some crews that we even get here at the theater, they'll have like the Crash Test Dummies was here last year.
Yeah.
And they had a ton of like ducks, like those plastic squeaky ducks, like tub ducks.
Yeah.
All around the stage. Specifically around Monitor World, and like everyone at their station had one, front of house had one. Like that's the thing. Like they just carry.
I think it's like a morale thing.
It's just a bit, you know.
Yeah.
And then
but it keeps it fun.
Jim Messina had the same thing, except it was those chickens.
Yeah, chickens.
Did you work that, right?
Yeah.
It had it had 5 of them lined up.
Yeah.
Right by the Guitar World. I don't know. That was the first thing I thought of when I saw that prompt.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you get like the incense thing. You get like the drinks. Like
you get bands definitely
coffee,
drink.
alcohol. Everybody drinks certain things, does certain things pre-show. I mean, honestly, a lot of times soundcheck is. I think back in the day, it was this fun thing where like all the bands get to the venue early. They sit on stage while everybody else sets up. They just drink. They hang out. They have like a 4.5 hour sound check because they just kind of hang out. Other bands, they join them. They just hang out
and I think that's how they write too.
Yeah.
Sometimes they'll write during sound check.
And like I know that's for sure with Guns N' Roses because there's so many clips of it back in the day.
Yeah.
But like now, like a lot of times, artist doesn't show up to sound check. The techs do it. Like
which is wild.
I feel like it's kind of quote unquote like the sound check thing has kind of lost its luster maybe a little bit.
For some.
Now Guns like they still post about it. Like it's a thing they do, but it's not like they have like they sit there for hours with friends and stick around. Like they don't do that. You know what I mean? Like
I
don't know.
I think the like the cost of some stuff and like the more urgency, because before someone else was footing the bill. There's a lot more indie bands, like indie as an independent. They're funding it themselves, so they don't think about that anymore. I think.
Well, and also like the standard for non-arena touring acts is kind of high now, and like you get all like sound check is like gotta set up my tracks rig, make sure the tracks are working, gotta get the tuning
like
right.
Me, not some tech.
Yes,
I gotta do it.
And so it's like and like even like when we had Jelly Roll here for that event, the all sound check was like getting him comfortable with the monitors, make sure everything was working properly. Like it's not like yes, at some point sometimes you set up and just kind of walk away and the band rehearses, like you're just sitting there. But like I don't know, it's not like this party. Yeah. It's not a party.
Like the 80s.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
What
the
a
80s,
good time.
In the 80s, soundcheck was a party.
Let's see. Talk about Weird pre-show rituals. Not a weird pre-show ritual, but I've seen a lot of bands pray before they go. I don't know.
A lot of people.
That does not fit into weird, but it's just a pre-show
I think
ritual.
it definitely is a Southern thing.
Yeah.
It definitely helps.
Well, if it's a Christian band or like they are Christians. Yeah, I mean
Southern Christian morals or whatever.
Yeah. Or Northern Catholics. They got a lot of Catholics.
Yeah, I know. Like pre-show shot.
Pre-show shot.
I've done that with Summer Belt and More Weight.
Or post-show.
Or post. Definitely post. Depending on how the show goes, definitely post-show drink.
It's a good show drink or a bad show drink. Yeah.
I mean, soundcheck like routine. Like soundcheck is sound. It literally
like
is what the word is.
Do the same.
You're checking
song,
everything.
maybe?
You're like, okay, is everything set up properly? Is everything? If like my thing during soundcheck, I'm always like, because I hate stepping on cables, so I'm all about cable management. Once I'm set up, I'm like, all right, get this. Pardon my French. Get this shit out of my way. I need a clear space to walk and stand and move around. Like I can't have cable. That's why I love my wireless rig, because I have my Helix and I have all my cables running one direction to the amp away from me, and so I have this world of just open space that I can stand at. Massimo can't talk about that because he sits in one spot. But like he still can.
Why you gotta do me like that, man? Why you gotta do me like that, man?
I don't know why I did. It's the truth. Next
time we play together, I'm going to stand up and play and walk around.
Dude, you should have a standing set.
You seen the guy? There's a guy that drums and everything, because usually stuff is either flat, kind of angled toward the drummer. There's a guy that's like this way.
Well,
and he plays like that.
It's
I don't know the guy's name.
I think it's Chris Turner. I think he's a metal guy that I've sent you stuff before.
No, not a metal guy.
Oh.
No. Like a funk R&B
Well,
dude.
because the reason is, it's a lot of metal guys do it, is you have your drums flat so you can get your rim shots and everything, at least your snare. And like your drums, like toms, whatever. But like your cymbals, at least you tighten them super tight and you tilt them away so you can get the most consistent.
I'm saying the drums. Like
the drums were turned away.
Like that far, dude. But he's sitting really high up, so he can reach it. It's
weird.
I gotta find the guy.
Maybe it's to get the sound to bounce towards the audience or something.
I have no idea.
I don't know.
I just seen a few clips of him over the years. So I'm like, well, that's weird, and then I keep going.
The cymbals.
Cymbals.
Because that's what metal guys do. They tighten them super tight and they tilt them away, and they only hit it with the side of the stick, so you get the most consistent attack and hit every time.
Yeah.
Chris Turner does that.
One time, I was at a rehearsal and the cymbals were really tall because I think someone else was playing, and they were really slanted in towards me. And I just didn't have the time. I didn't think about changing them. And then we went to the first song, and I played, and I was like, kind of like that. Like they didn't have a top on them, so they just were like, and they can go anywhere.
See, the no top on them scares me all the time.
It depends who's playing and the genre. Because if you're wailing and you think that thing's gonna fly off, it will fly off. But if you're playing like
fly off.
Anything moderate to not hard at all, you're fine. Yeah. Especially your ride. Your ride you can get away with.
Ride you're definitely fine with. But like your light crash.
On the ground.
Like a splash cymbal.
Okay. I don't like this one.
Which one?
This
4?
Yeah.
Why?
Fine, let's do it. You start it though.
Hold on. Wait.
Because
okay, well,
it's not a great for us. It's not a great one.
Let's just do it quick then.
Okay,
like
fine.
On tour, like let's do this. Would you rather
you gotta read the thing.
Okay.
Number 4. If I were a roadie day, what job would each host take on in a tour crew and why?
Don't read the last part because it's not gonna matter.
So what would you?
Well, like do? For you and I, would you rather do like let's say it's a big tour,
like arena,
front of house or monitors? Which one would you rather do?
Whoa! That's not the.
Yeah, but like
it said any.
Okay.
And honestly, it didn't even say tech. It just said tour crew. So it could be TM, could be PM, could be
true.
LD, anything.
Okay. Then.
So what would you want to do?
Mine is. Can I give you top 3?
Ooh, yes.
It is in no necessary order, but it's just these 3 because I think they'd all be fun. Well, it's 2 and then an honorable mention. Okay. Front of house audio, obviously. Guitar tech.
Yes.
I would definitely guitar tech.
Yeah, I could see you doing that.
And then honorable mention / number 3, it'd just be a lot harder for me is LD. It'd be so fun to do lights in an arena. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Imagine you have this giant rig and these awesome songs, like spending the time to time code it and do it all, or like run it and prep it. Oh,
Dude, we should go see a
so
show
cool.
at the Ryman so you can see.
yeah, but it's got to be a show that'll have good lights, not just like because when we saw Rustin Kelly, no offense, wasn't an impressive
that was an
lighting show.
acoustic.
Yeah, but like
small deal. That wasn't anything.
Yeah,
We got to go see a band or like an artist that has like a killer band.
yeah. I actually
Like you would have loved the Corey Wong show. Me and Ryan went to go see. That would have been great. Okay, look, we'll find one.
yeah.
My top 3. I honestly, I'll do the same thing, not in a specific order. I actually I kind of want to be a TM, tour manager. I think I could do it if I knew my stuff and the band trusted me enough and the tech, like I would do it. I would do monitor engineer as well. I really like monitors. I don't know if I like it more than front of house, but I like the interaction I have with the band. And the more I think about doing front of house on like a really big run, or like a
Feels like isolating.
yeah, it feels isolating, and not that once you hit arenas, there's other people around you once you're out there. But I don't know. I like doing monitors.
All right, and your third?
I don't know. What do you think?
I'm going to take. I've
with my strengths
about
and weaknesses.
PM and TM stuff. I'm going to take out LD and make it an honorable mention, and make 3 PM. I could definitely production
over TM. You would be a PM.
Yeah, because I don't want to deal with like hospitality and all, and like book and like hotels and that kind. I don't want to deal with that. I would just want to deal with the production, like deal with the whole tech, all the production.
That's where my type A-ness would come in, because I would not mind doing.
I'd rather do that than not do a job at all, obviously. But like, in a perfect world where I could pick, I feel like PM is perfect for me because it's just I can focus on the show and the production and all that.
Yeah.
And then like when I'm done with that, I don't have to worry about time to make sure the hotel is like I just go to the hotel. Like
now, obviously, I know the prompt is roadie for a day, but if it was just anyone on a touring crew, I would drum.
lead guitar.
I would drum.
Yeah, playing guitar in an arena would be so cool.
Yeah.
Like soloing in an arena would be awesome.
Well, I did that gig back in November. That was in a 4,000, more than 4,000 seater arena. It was 4,000.
But like, hear me out. Like playing like Bridgestone.
Yeah.
For you're the artist, they want to come see you. That's
yes.
That's
yes. No, I agree.
But that was sweet.
That was sweet.
Arena
I sent you that picture, right?
Yeah. And you posted about it on Instagram.
Yeah,
too.
it was kind of sweet gig. Okay, let's do one more,
and then
real quick.
And then,
in a similar vein, I would like to do the unsung heroes of live music.
Yes.
The lives and careers of tour managers, front of house engineers, lighting directors, etc.
I already know mine. Front of house or PA tech.
Yeah.
PA techs on like
honestly,
an arena or like a big show.
Yes.
Because you have to set up the entire PA. Well, you focus it, set up the entire PA, fly the PA, rig it all, and then you got to tune it to be what it like. Make sure it's all acting like. And then also a lot of times PA techs are also front of house techs because unless you're on a big tour.
And there's 2. Well, sorry.
But like front of house tech is like also in that same vein, I think, like setting up front of house.
Well, all the
like
techs.
Prepping all that. Yeah.
Like I think stagehands, like they're not important, but then you get to the techs for the specific, like a lighting, audio,
Keys
video.
tech, yeah.
Yeah, like that if they screw up, then another guy can't do their job.
Yeah.
But when they nail it, it's like sick.
Yeah.
Like it's so smooth. So those PA techs and guitar techs and lighting tech, everyone.
The other one that I think is unsung. I think Taylor Swift kind of helped a little bit because she paid them all a bajillion dollars.
the drivers?
Is the bus drivers.
Yeah.
And the tour and the tour bus drivers, the semi truck drivers, like all the drivers. Like
super.
Well, because like driving is like taxing. Like,
it is.
And like doing it by yourself a lot of times with no person sitting next to you for, I don't know, 20 hours straight. And then do that for, I don't know, a month and a half straight.
Or 3 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, shout out to drivers.
Yeah, drivers.
If you are a touring driver, hit us up. Come on the pod.
Please.
Like if you're a bus driver, like a semi driver. When I worked at the Ryman briefly, I did the jelly roll load in. His bus driver was cool. I talked to him briefly, like for like 5 seconds.
You took all mine. I don't have any.
Sorry.
I just ditto.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, yeah, that's fine.
Well, I guess you could also still say the TMs and the PMs, all the managers, all the people that are having to herd the cattle, so to speak.
Keep it all together.
Yeah, and especially the band. Like, if you have a very, I think, type B band, like people are just like, oh, let's go look at the city, and then it's like 5 o'clock, and it's like we need a sound check still. Show's at 7.
Yeah,
and they're all off eating. Like it's, not to say that happens all the time, but I'm sure there are people on the road that are very good at the craft, but also just, oh, what's that? Squirrel, and they go,
Yeah.
So the people that keep everyone in line and in check, I think, are very important.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, well, I think it's about that time.
Uh-oh.
For Song of the Day in the Week, one of the two. Brendan's struggling to pick his because he doesn't know what to do.
You have to go first.
I'm actually torn between two. Okay, I will pick the one, but I will mention the other one. Steve Perry, as of today, released a song.
I saw
with
that.
Willie Nelson. It's just another rendition of "Faithfully," but it's. I listened to it on the way here. It's different, but it's fine.
It's different.
My voice just cracked. No, it's. I don't know.
You don't like it.
No, I don't. No. I don't not like it. I don't not like it. It's just different. Willie Nelson's
Steve's
how
not
old?
Steve.
Willie Nelson's in his 80s.
Steve just don't got it no more.
Oh, no. Steve. If Steve ever said, hey, I'm going on the road and I'm not coming to Nashville, but I'm coming to literally anywhere, I'd say, you can have the account number and my routing number to my bank account.
Take it all.
Take it all.
Take it all. Be in the nosebleeds.
All. No. Take it all. I'm not. I mean, that's how
I'd go
much.
with you. I'd go with you.
Well, I'm not footing your bill. That's my. I'm sorry.
Better come to Nashville if so.
I'm just imagine Steve Perry playing
like the Ryman.
The Ryman.
Yeah.
I would keel over and wither away. Wither.
That'd be pretty cool.
Okay, so he released that song today, just a single. I think he's going up to do some other stuff because he tagged this Dark Horse Records, no relation to Dark Horse Recording over here, but it said Dark Horse Records and some other different. He might be gearing up to do other stuff. I don't know.
It happens after you do a record. You tour that record.
No, because he put a record out in 2018 and he did not tour.
Okay, true.
And then he did like 3 Christmas records.
Yeah,
and it's like, all right. I like this. The song "City Sidewalks, Busy Sidewalks." What's the?
Silver Bells.
Silver Bells. Gosh, he's got a nice little funky.
Silver Bells. That's what it is.
One of those. That's a nice song. But my song is actually the first track from his 2018 record, "No Erasin." I think it's a very good song. I listened to it on the way here. On top, because I listened to the Faithfully thing and then I put the rest of it, the record on.
Stuff.
Okay, that's mine. No Erasin by Steve Perry.
Okay, mine is there's a band called Turnstile. They got some really cool stuff. They just did a show in a park in Baltimore and it's going viral because it looks very like old school and it was just a good time. I'm gonna go with the song "Never Enough" by Turnstile. It just came out. I think they have a new record coming out too. It's gonna rip. It's gonna be great.
What kind of style is this? I don't know this band.
So they actually are kind of controversial because they used to be super like not super hardcore, but like pop punk hardcore kind of like, and now it's like pop rock, but like in like a they still have their heavy songs. Don't get me wrong.
Is this in the pop rock?
It's more
area?
pop punk world.
Okay,
pop punk. But
dude, we gotta pick some more closer songs. These are so every week it's so different.
That's kind of like that's what's the yin and the yang,
Who's the yin and who's the yang?
I don't know, because I also think it's yin and yang.
That's what I just said.
No, you said yin and yang.
You just said the same thing.
I think I said it too. But
Yin
it's
and yang.
I think it's yin and yang. I don't know.
Oh, why? Like no G.
Y-I-N and then Y-A-N.
Yang.
Yeah.
Yin.
Yin and yang.
Not ying.
Yeah.
I've never thought about that.
Yin and yang. Yeah.
Can I be yang?
Sure. I'm first.
All right. Well, here, let's say your one again.
Never Enough by Turnstile.
And No Racing by Steve Perry. Here you go.
Never
Those are fun songs.
Wow.
Did you like? I actually showed Brendan the Faithfully thing, and that then we listened to Turnstiles, and now he's up on that.
Sorry, I got birds in my head now.
Yeah.
Okay. No, Faithfully was a pretty good. Willie Nelson is. I kind of want to see him before he goes.
He's being himself.
Yeah, but that's fine.
Yeah, no,
because that's him.
They're coming to him and Bob Dylan are coming. We gotta go. Let's go.
I'll definitely go, but I will be drinking at that show.
Okay.
Because Bob Dylan and Willie Nelson, it'll be good, but.
Here's the thing. Do we splurge and get really good seats?
And you know the thing with Bob is he doesn't play his hits. He just plays whatever he wants.
Oh, yeah.
There's no set list. He just plays what he wants. So I'm not going to know a single song.
Okay. We got to go to that. The other show we have to go to this year is the Toto Christopher Cross and Men at Work.
Yes, we can't not go.
Okay.
Then let's buy tickets now.
I can't do the whole, I'll buy all 4.
Then just you and I go.
No, I mean, we can do 4 people. I just don't want to buy them
I'll
all.
buy me and Maddie's. You buy you and whoever you're going to bring. Although don't do what you did last time. Okay, so actually it's kind of
No,
I'm not gonna. We went to a Nashville. Massimo for my birthday got me tickets to a Nashville Sounds game. That's why I'm wearing this hat. And haircut reveal. I've been wearing a hat, so my hair doesn't look good. But haircut reveal.
Oh, get
It
your
looks
hand out
bad
of
because
there.
I've been wearing.
Oh
my
no,
hat, but
you got to do it up next time.
Yeah, I'll do it next time.
Oh, it does not look good. Put your hat.
I
on.
look-y forgot we were doing the pod as I was getting ready, and I already had my hat on. I was like, I'm wearing a hat today. But yeah, Sounds game was fun. Anyway, back to AI.
The point of that was I bought 4 tickets, did not bring a 4th person.
You didn't have to, I was doing that so that you didn't have to say that, but hey, it's okay.
No, it's okay.
Sorry, I'm fixing my stand.
Well,
right.
It was one of the Ticketmaster does this thing where like if you buy tickets and you leave one seat, it won't let you buy the tickets you want. So there's 4 tickets in a great spot. Although no one sat near us, so I don't know why those tickets were sold.
Also, I guess they have a thing where you can walk up and buy tickets like standing tickets for $15 and just stand at that box thing at the bar. Like just $15 entry to the bar area. And you watch the game, sit at the bar. You don't get like a seat, but you like standing and hang out. Yeah.
What are we doing?
So Maddie and I definitely want to go again.
Oh my gosh, we got to do that.
Yeah. Anyway,
okay.
Let's get back to it. Yeah.
I mean, you're still spending what, $15-20 on parking right there?
15 and then 15 on parking, 15 on tickets. That's not bad.
$30 just to get in there?
And parking. Like that's not bad.
That's not bad.
That's good.
That's like some tickets.
And low key, the food and drinks weren't that bad. It was like $12.
right.
It was like what you'd expect.
That's all right.
It's not cheap, but it's Nashville.
Yeah.
It's the normal Nashville thing. All right.
Okay.
Let's keep it moving here.
Let's see. No, not that one. Okay.
Battle of the set list. You don't want to do that?
I don't have a.
Okay. Well, he doesn't have one. All I'm gonna say, Battle of the set list.
It says debate the best live set list of all time. What's the perfect opener and closer? Oh, okay. Go.
I low-key didn't think about the second part. I don't remember the opener and closer. Oh, I know the closer, not the opener. The best closer of all time is Paradise City by Guns N' Roses. And the best set list of all time is Guns N' Roses Japan 1992. I don't honestly know if it's going to be on Spotify. Oh, you're looking up yours.
I'm looking up my own.
But that was like the concert, like the recorded concert that Guns did in the 90s for the Use Your Illusion stuff with the new drummer that I think you'd like his tones better.
Really?
Yes, it's like the big it's the sound from the Vince Gill thing we were just listening to. It's it's the snare that you hear in your head.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it's nice. But Picardie Third playlist shout out. Anyway, but I think that concert and that set list is awesome. It was like, yes, it was some new stuff from that record, but it was also a lot of Appetite stuff. They played good covers. Slash has, I think, his second or third best Godfather solo he's ever done was that night. He did the talk box. My favorite Duff moment of Guns ever was in that show. So best set list of all time, Guns N' Roses Japan 1992. The whole concert's on YouTube. Go watch it.
Okay, I don't have that, but what I used to do a year ago when I went to see a lot of shows was I would then make playlists
Of the set list.
of the set list. So
Dave.
I have Dave, but I didn't know Dave at the time.
That's a good set list, though. They played a lot
really
of good
set
stuff
list.
in that set
Open
list.
with When the World Ends,
that's a good
and then
song.
Satellite was next.
Satellite.
What did they end with? Gray Street? Yeah, they end with the Gray Street. The John Mayer set list was actually great. Opened with Slow Dancing in the Burning Room.
That's
Classic.
a great open. Out of nowhere.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Oh.
Closed with Free Fall, his cover.
That's sick.
That
is a great
It
opener
really
closer.
was a great set list. He actually did a lot of stuff from Born and Raised. Look at that. If you ever get around to living, Walt Grace's Age of Worry.
Ooh.
He played Queen of California somewhere.
I don't remember the set list, but when we saw 1975, that set list was...
No. I did not bring that up because they did not play She's American, and I'm still not happy about it.
Okay, true.
I'm sorry. It was a great set list, but still pissed off.
Also, a great set. I think the best set list I've ever played was Caitlin's set list on the tour when we played that festival. And we had the full set.
That was a
and
nice
we weren't
set
playing random because the show before we were playing random covers that the audience called out.
Oh, and shout out to Bryan Adams. He kicked a lot of ass. It was so good.
His opener was kick ass.
His opener was kick ass. What did he end with, actually? This was a while ago.
Summer of 69.
All for Love from...
When did he play Summer of 69?
Middle.
Oh, what?
18 Till I
Dude,
Die.
I would
and then
leave after
69.
Summer of 69.
Oh, no, but he played Cuts Like a Knife and then Run to You. So Happy
I don't
It
know
Hurts.
any of those songs.
Straight from the Heart. Dude, these are great. And then he did Can't Take My Eyes. He played like 30 songs because it was straight to... Like Joan Jett opened for him. Played 45 maybe. He did like 2 hours of music. And he sounded awesome. It was so
I'd
good.
rather see Joan Jett than Bryan Adams, personally.
Really? I've seen her twice.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, she's Joan Jett.
She's
It was
Joan
great.
Jett.
She sounds great, but like I would rather see Bryan Adams.
I don't know. I don't know any Bryan Adams other than Summer of 69.
And actually, I think he's going on the road again, and Pat Benatar is opening for him, which
Pat Benatar.
Dude, she still also sounds great.
Also, you know who I want to go see at First Bank in September is James Taylor.
Yeah, I'll go.
And his opener is Tiny Habits. Dude, I want to go so bad.
Okay, we're going. Look at all the shows. We gotta make a list. We gotta make a list.
James Taylor, Bob Dylan.
Yeah, Willie Nelson. Yeah, all those guys.
Okay.
James Taylor.
Yes.
Okay. We kind of answered that question.
Yes. That's it for that one. There's only one left. I
The last one on here is what makes a town a music town.
think this is a good one, actually.
Explore why certain cities, like Franklin, Nashville, become music hubs and how that shapes the scene. Okay.
I think this was the best one.
Yeah, that's why I kind of
AI
saved
gave
it.
us, yeah.
I think it starts. I don't know.
I think
Trying to think of something on the spot.
I think if you look at all the towns that are considered music towns right now, like Nashville and frankly, like the extended Middle Tennessee area,
New York,
New
LA.
York, Austin,
Yes.
LA.
Those are the big four, I think.
Yeah. But if you think about all those, what all of those have been is their music scene started 100 years ago, like 80 years ago. Like it was a slow burn
Yeah.
for the music scenes to be where they were. I mean, like LA and New York maybe took off before like Nashville, and although Nashville was making country music earlier than
Long time.
anyone else was making rap or
and
anything.
Memphis as well.
Yeah, I think it's like just like a culture, but also like musicians need work. Like we talk about it as musicians all the time. You need the work. You need and once one job opens, one job turns into two, and it's like this like evolving web. And as long as the resources and the people and the stuff in that town don't stop it from growing, it just takes time for it to become this thing.
Yeah.
And like Nashville, all it needed was the money that it got in 2000, and now it's this mecca.
Huge.
It just didn't have the money that it had, and that now it does. Like if you look at pictures of Nashville, even like 2008, like you look at Broadway and stuff, and like old Nashville, people here always talk about like, oh, it's
The
changed.
old Nashville's better.
Oh, even Franklin, it's changed. It's like, okay, but has it changed for the worse, or has it just changed?
Well, there's too many people in Franklin.
And it's in the grand scheme of things, not individual things. I'm saying in the grand scheme of things, I think Nashville changed, if not for the better, definitely changed for the time.
Yeah.
Because if Nashville didn't change and get all these more 3-story bars and all this like Bridgestone downtown, like all this stuff, it was going to die. Like nobody was going to, like our age group, if Nashville wasn't what it is now, nobody would be going to Nashville.
It would be filled with only pure country guys, which is nothing wrong with that, but then it wouldn't grow and it wouldn't be what it is today. Yeah.
But like now, like people that I went to high school in Michigan, every weekend someone I went to high school with is here in town on a party or on a trip or on like, and it's because it changed a little bit, but also it had to, or else it was going to die.
It had to get the tourism money to fund the
Yes. And
thing it wanted
low-key,
to do.
Austin did the same thing. For a while, Austin was just a town in Texas that was cool. And then, and now it's this huge
not.
thing. You know? I don't know.
Something I think that kind of plays into this is like when you might have had a similar thing when you were growing up, but I remember when, like my last few years of high school, especially last year, when I was looking at colleges, a couple out of state. I looked at like Florida State. I looked at like UT Knoxville, even like which is not out of state, but it's not here. My parents were like, "Don't you want to like go? Like you need to like go." And I was like, "Yeah, but I'm a musician, and I know that's what I want to do. So why would I go?
Yeah.
This is the place to be." Like I saw someone post on TikTok. They're like, "Hey, I'm like, I don't know, I want to move," and some of their content was music based, and it was really good. And I was like, "Look, if you want to move, if you want to do music at all, you need to be here."
Yeah.
And don't think of it as oversaturated. Think of it as you're plugging yourself into the market and into the network. Because if you're somewhere in the Midwest to nowhere, it's going to be so much harder for you to do anything.
But hear me out. I think that's also the reason why some of the most like homegrown and best like most loved musicians and people are people that grew up in middle of nowhere,
And
non-musician
then moved here?
towns, is because they didn't have the opportunity there. So all you do is just build up this love and this all this emotion and all this stuff for it and talent, and then you get somewhere, and then it's like, all right, you've got all the work that everybody's been doing the same work that you got sped up on
Yeah.
in the town that they should be blowing up in.
Yeah.
But here you are, because you didn't have all this time, you just bottled it up and did it faster, and now you just shot out of the gun where you should be.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying like you can still develop yourself in the middle of nowhere.
Yes.
But you gotta eventually.
But like
come
the
here.
opportunities
Yeah.
are only in volume in certain areas.
Yes. Yes.
Like, yes, hypothetically,
Yeah.
I could have become, like, stayed in my hometown and strived to be the TD of my high school theater and done high school theater musicals
probably would have
for the
gotten
rest
it.
of my life.
Yeah.
But, like, that, it was either that or move to Detroit
Yeah.
for audio. Like, that, like,
Nowhere.
you know what I mean?
Nowhere else is going to push you like here.
Yeah.
New York might push you in
And
a
the
certain way.
competition makes you better.
Yeah.
And so if there's no competition, you're not going to get any better. No
It's gonna make you better, or that's it.
Yeah.
Like,
and then you don't know what you don't know.
eh.
And if you are in a town where all you do is the same musicals and you do the same show every 4 months, every year,
Yep.
you don't know what you don't know. You don't ever grow.
Yeah. It's gonna push you to grow.
Yeah.
It's gonna hurt you. This town's gonna hurt you. That's an understatement.
Yeah.
So I actually that plays into that. What makes a town a music town? I mean, once it chews you up and spits you out, musically speaking, I think that's a good sign of a music town, because the jazz scene in New York and I don't know, what's the scene in LA like? Is it pop and R&B? I don't know exactly.
It's pop. It's a lot of rap stuff. It's a lot.
Yeah, rap.
It's like indie is now there too. Like indie that's not indie, but it's
Pop,
indie.
rap.
Yeah. But also like a lot of like the like just like the hub for like K-pop and a lot of that kind of stuff's in LA
Yeah.
too. Like a lot of hubs for international music stuff, and international stuff is in like LA and New York and stuff.
Yeah.
That's the only thing New York and LA have that Austin and Nashville don't, is that we're landlocked and they aren't. So it's easier
Yeah.
for international stuff for them.
Well,
Like New York.
if you have the budget and you have the acclaim, I think people will go to
yeah, but
wherever
like
you are.
hypothetically, like if you're in a pinch, you're a company in New York, you need something that's in London.
Yeah.
In 3
Oh, yeah.
days, if you fast ship it on a boat, it'll be there.
Yeah.
And like if you're in
Not
LA,
even, yeah.
you need something from Asia or something. It'll be there a few days over boat. If you're in Nashville, you need something from Asia. It's going to be 2-3 weeks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that is one benefit I think to being in. It's the only one I can think of being in LA or New York.
If you like the snow, go to New
for
York.
like the industries, not for the person, but for like the industries.
Yeah.
Also, New York's awesome. Anyway, New York is the only other music mecca I would go to, but it's because I'd have to have a life change. Like,
Oh yeah.
I would have to change everything and be like, all right, I'm going to New York to live in New York.
do
and
the
be
New
a
York thing, yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would get into jazz for some reason.
I think jazz and like soul, but like
I do
like,
low-key want to get into jazz, but like the musician part of jazz, not like the listening part of jazz.
Okay, well you gotta. That's some bull. You gotta
wanna
do
learn
both. What?
No, I just want to learn all the chords and when I can use them.
Hey,
and then
you
go
know,
from there.
you know how people do that?
You
by
learn jazz.
listening to
I know,
jazz.
I know. I know. I know.
I want to do the playing, not the listening.
I also want to
portion.
learn mandolin. I have one and I just don't use it.
Oh yeah, you do have a mandolin.
Yeah. I bought it from
Mackay
Brett
plays.
Young's
Ask
mandolin
Mackay.
player.
Mackay will teach you how to play.
Yeah. I bought it from Brett Young's mandolin player.
Yeah.
Right like a week after our buddy Leland stopped
Oh
working
yeah.
with him.
Okay. Well, I mean, do you want to talk a little AI real quick? It's a little late.
Maybe. I mean, I just want to end on because this whole thing was AI, and I was skeptical about AI at first.
Yeah, all these
I
prompts
still
are AI.
don't
given.
love the idea of AI being in audio stuff and like taking our jobs. I don't love the idea of. I'm not conservative at all, but I am conservative when I talk about AI because I don't want it to take my jobs.
Yes.
But creatively, it's really fun. Like putting a picture of Massimo into ChatGPT and being like, make it look like he's in the French Revolution.
I looked terrible.
Can we put the
hated
picture
it.
in here?
No.
Okay, then
No.
I also sent in a picture of Bug the Pug and said to make him look. I forgot what the prompt was, but it was an awesome picture.
You
I'll
can
send.
give me that
I'll send you
picture.
that. I'll send you that. Here it is, right now, and it's a great picture.
Don't
Yeah,
force me to do it. I'll put it in whatever I want. Now.
Okay. It's just I think it's like if you want a funny picture in the moment that you can't just Google, you could just be like, hey, give me this. It'll give it to
That's
you.
like that's cool and all, but people are not using it for that. It's being
know,
used for
but-
like so much more stuff advanced.
Okay, but
I'm not a big
I can't
person
control
for
other
AI.
people. I can only control what I do. So
Well,
I'm
I
just
know
going to use
that.
it for fun.
I know that.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. That's where I'm at with AI currently. I understand that it can be used for bad, and it is being used for bad by other people, and it could potentially become a problem in other situations. But for me personally, right now, all it is doing is giving me funny pictures of dogs and cats, and that's really kind of all I need it for, and it's great. You know what
How
I mean?
about
And it gives
AI?
me podcast ideas, and like I could type in like, give me good egg recipes for. Because I'm into hard-boiled eggs right now. Give me
You
like
are.
good toppings for hard-boiled eggs, and it'll give you a
How
bunch
do
of
you,
options.
how
Like,
do you feel about AI in songwriting?
I don't know because I think that you can use
Like, who gets
AI the
credits?
same way you would use Google in songwriting. Like, be like, I need a word for something. Just go to ChatGPT instead of Google,
Yeah, but
and be like, I need a word.
That's
for,
not what's happening.
I need a word for feeling. I need a way to say feeling alive without saying.
that's
feeling
not
alive.
what's happening. People are saying, "Give me a song."
Okay,
and
but
it
I'm
writes
saying
you a song.
Okay, well, I'm not down with that, but I'm down with like using it to help you come up with your own words and help your brain operate.
Yeah,
Like the way you would use Google.
I just don't think it's needed.
Think about it. The same conversations we're having now with AI, they were having about the idea of the internet like 25, 30 years ago. It was like, oh, now you don't have to use your brain. You just type it into the internet. And it's going to give you the answer. It's like, okay, yeah. And now, look at us now. We Google everything. And now, I just think the reason it's easier to Google on ChatGPT is because it pulls from all this other stuff. And you can talk to it easier. Because it like, I can type the way and then be like, actually, no, can you make it like this? And then
Yeah.
it'll like, I don't have to be like, oh, okay, well, like
Retype
keywords.
the whole
I don't have to
thing. Yeah,
keyword
yeah.
stuff like you do with Google.
It's smarter. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing that I like about it for creative stuff or helping me come up with things I can't think of or like little stuff like that. Grand scheme of things, like big picture, no, I don't like it. But like when I'm at night going, I send in a picture of Al the cat and I say, make Al look like a superhero. That's all that's great. Like that's awesome. What is
No,
the harm?
nothing's wrong with that.
What is the harm in that?
Nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
Nothing. But all I'm saying is, I don't think the existence of it makes people say, okay, how far can I push it?
Yes.
How far can I create something by giving it a basic prompt and then everything I need is done in the worst sense of creation? Like,
Yeah.
like when you're creating a song, it's like, and then what if it makes a number one? Who gets that writing credit?
Well, probably the person because AI is
No, you don't know.
yeah, but you can't.
The
give
person
it-
did nothing except make me a pop number one.
Yeah, I know. I don't
it's-
agree with that. I don't agree with that part. I'm not saying I. Agree
I'm
with
not
that
a
part.
big fan of it. I know when we had Monty on, Monty Criswell from episode 1, he was like, look, man, I don't know how it's going to look in 5 years. And he's like, because I met with him and he was like, he does not know job wise for songwriters, especially like what's going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, I don't either,
It's a scary world.
and I don't love that part of AI. Like, I don't think that's good, and I don't think that should be done that way. I just think it's fun to generate cool pictures.
We get it. We get it. You like making pictures of Al.
Yep.
That's it. Well, on that chipper
Yeah.
note, this has been the Green Room Podcast.
That was a good
Leave us your comments below on what you think AI is impacting, like its impact on the music industry and whatnot. And if it has impacted you, if you're a musician, and let us know if have you used it to songwrite, have you used it to create a production for a song, or whatever.
Yes.
I'm not saying it's not useful, but
Be careful.
be careful. I think there should be a very fine line, thick, very big, thick line to where we do not cross.
Yeah.
As of recording, you never know where it's going to go, but not to hinder it, but like say, all right, there's stuff that we as people do and stuff that AI can do, and let's leave it at that. But who knows where we're going to be in a few years. This has been a Green Room Podcast. You can follow us at Podcast Green Room, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Still posting some clips, especially from our last couple guests that we had. Please check out Caitlin and Henry. I'm going to promote Henry again. He just put out his song today as of recording that he mentioned last time. So please check that out. Or actually, I'll link it in the description below. And Caitlin, I don't think, has Caitlin's come out yet?
No, but she put it up for pre-save. She's got a song.
Yeah. Either way, if hers is up, I'll put it in the thing.
Lonely Boots.
Lonely Boots.
It's a good song. It's a banger.
If you haven't yet, check out the YouTube video. I did mention it before.
Yeah.
So you should do that again. We got another one coming out very soon. Have a recording coming up in just a few weeks here, actually, as of recording.
I learned the song the other day. It's very easy.
Yeah, it's not hard. It's not hard.
For me.
Wow, you actually listen to it?
For me, it's the same thing the whole time.
Well, just
Never changes.
Make it your own. And well, no, the bridge. There's different chords.
Yeah,
in the bridge.
Okay. The bridge that is 4 measures long.
It is a short bridge. Also, there's not really a chorus.
No, it's just the
verse,
down part,
bridge, and then like a
outro
thing, ad lib.
Yeah,
I thought about that the other day.
It'll be fun.
Anyway, my name is Massimo DiStefano. You can follow me, Massimo D Music, on all platforms, and Massimo DiStefano on YouTube. You guys should check that out. I post some cool stuff, drumming wise and whatever. So, Brendan,
B8 on Instagram. I am hopefully going to start working on some personal music stuff, some fun stuff for me.
Finally,
I've been talking about it for a while, and hopefully I'll finally start working on
like
it.
a year.
I'm also hopefully by the time this is out, it'll be in my Instagram bio. If not, I'm still working on it. But my website, hopefully, it'll be out soon or up soon. So check that out. Yeah, that's it.
All right. Well, thank you for watching and listening wherever you are. We'll see you guys next week with a guest, actually.
Yes.
So we see you with a guest where
Yes.
we talked about getting this guy on the first season.
It's one of my favorite guys of all time, low key.
I'm actually really excited.
God, he's the man. Okay.
All right. We'll see you next time.
Peace.
Ciao.